Oh, YouTube, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and I just got back from the theater, seeing Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. What a blast, guys. This was freaking Marvel at its finest, once again, proving that, yeah, the MCU is alive and well despite what happened with Black Widow. This was not a disappointment. It kicked a lot of ass, lots of action, really good comedic, timing, and your new lead was freaking fantastic. Uh, Sumu Lu, yeah, as Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi, he just delivered in spades. Every fight scene he's in, I freaking bought it. Him and Aquafina have great chemistry. She's adorable in the movie, just like she always is. Very comedic, very fun, very light. There's some new actors in the movie as well. You have Menger Zhang, who plays his sister. She's absolutely gorgeous. She looks like a mix between Lucy Liu and Maggie Q, and this was her first feature film. And like I said, the story is it's a very simple story. It's Shang-Chi goes from he's a kid that trains in Macau, and then when he goes to the U.S. He's a freaking you saw it in the trailer that he was a valet parker, and then he goes on an adventure to find his roots and find the Ten Rings so he could kill his father, and that's basically the movie in a nutshell, and it's getting great reviews. It's got praising the choreography of the action scenes, exploration and representation of Asian culture. It's not just China; it's a lot of Asian culture, and the performances. Yeah, it's grossed $53 million already, and it hasn't even been out for a week. And this is going to shape up the MCU big time. This is how Phase 4 should have started with this freaking movie because Black Widow disappointed me, guys. I didn't hate it, but it did not have the surprises this movie had. There were no stupid twists in this movie. I knew what was going to happen at the end. There's two post-credit scenes. I'm not going to say a word, but one of them, two people come back from the MCU that you've seen before. Because Wong was in the movie, you saw him in the trailer, and also the Abomination. But it's basically a cameo. It's not in it that much. And also the film was paced really well. Mostly, I had two issues with the movie. The flashbacks, there's way too many flashbacks in this movie, just like in some of the DC stuff. And they went a little overboard with the subtitles. We get it. They're embracing Asian culture. I welcome that. I saw the original Godzilla in the theater 7 years ago. But when you have an audience that's lazy and doesn't want to read subtitles for 10 minutes, you could trim a little bit of it. Just do the origin in 2 minutes of how his parents met and fought each other, etc., etc., and he had a sister, etc. You can do it faster, guys. We get it. It's 2 hours and 12 minutes. The flashbacks is what made the movie really long. But the representation is here. If people were like, "Oh, there's not enough diversity in the MCU," yeah, we have Black Panther and we have this. Even though Boseman's gone, we have people that can take the mantle and continue what he started. The film, yeah, like it's very funny. This was not a premiere access, thank God, because I didn't want to see this at home. And yeah, and the movie is gonna make a ton because people have to can only see this in the theater. And this movie was supposed to come out in February. It says it was scheduled to be released in February during Chinese New Year, but then it shifted to May, then July, and now it finally came out. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I saw this in the theater. I am 25 and 0. I've seen all 25 MCU movies in the theater, and I haven't missed one yet. And it said the film would not be released in China because of rumors. Because you know how China is, after what happened with COVID, that they blame them for all their misery. The film will debut on Disney Plus immediately following its 45-day exclusive theatrical release. See, it's going to be on Disney Plus in a month and a half. So by November, you get to see it right before Hawkeye comes out, and it's freaking awesome. Like I said, the subtitles and the flashbacks. If you trim them, the movie would be like 2 hours even. You don't need the extra 12 minutes because there's 10 minutes of credits at the end, like every Marvel movie, and the first post credit scene is really good. The second one, it's fine. It isn't as bad as the one in Black Widow. It's just way better than that. The cast is really sound. The acting is really good. There's a lot of atmosphere, beautiful visual effects. I'm not going to say too much about it because you didn't see it in the trailer. And Eternals, I'm looking forward to, but you're not going to get better than what Shang-Chi does at the end of this movie in the third act. What he does, it's just you're not going to get that. at all. Like that movie has more foreigners than this movie did. But like I said, this movie is badass. If you haven't seen it in the theater, go right now and go see it this weekend. Support Asian cinema. We got it with Mortal Kombat. This movie reminded me of like several films. Mortal Kombat and freaking Dragon Ball Z and other shows like, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Dragon Wars. There's a lot of movies it reminded me of. And you just, even Doctor Strange, with some of the Asian culture in that too. Only difference is that it doesn't have a British lady bald that's talking. There is a cameo, an extended cameo of a character from uh, previous films, but I'm not going to say when it happens. Just you have to see the film to find out. And the film, after waiting 9 months, it was worth the wait. I had to lose a night of sleep to go see this, and it was worth it. And Phase 4, this should have been the start of it. Because, like I said, Black Widow was kind of underwhelming compared to this because it was very typical, no surprises. The battle at the end was really lame. Here, it was really freaking good. And there's no twist. There's no, oh, his father is the Mandarin. I'm like, we knew that in the beginning of the film. And there's no stupid things like that. And yeah, it's deserving every single bit of, box office is getting. And the critical response, yeah. 92% of Rotten Tomatoes, great. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings isn't entirely free of Marvel's familiar formula. It's an origin story, but it's a little bit different from the others. It's not a guy in a suit of armor. He doesn't wear the outfit until the end, so just to let you know. And he doesn't his superpowers come near the end. He fights a lot, but it's mostly hand-to-hand combat. No, he doesn't blast things out of his hands or has a shield or a hammer or anything. He's just mostly fisticuffs, but he earns it. But this exciting origin story expands the MCU in more ways than one. Yeah, you finally got a badass Asian man in the MCU that's not Benedict Wong, and it is flashy and very entertaining. If you're Asian or if you want to see something entertaining before summer ends, this is the way to go. Skip Snake Eyes, just watch this. It's way freaking better. And a lot of the pretty colors and the visuals and the action and the comedy and the directing and even the soundtrack was badass. I love the soundtrack in this movie. It got me right invested right back into the MCU. I haven't felt like this way since Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Because Loki, I stopped watching it. I didn't care. Black Widow was not for me. It could have been better, and this was the freaking shot in the arm that I needed after so many months of disappointment. And it delivered, guys. Go watch Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Shang-Chi, tomato, tomato. It's worthy of your time. And this poster's freaking cool. It was just everything I could have imagined. This is in my top five of the year, without any question. In my top five, probably number four, because we still got a few more to go. Spider-Man, Dune, Eternals. We'll see. Red Notice. Who knows what'll happen? But what I do know is this is going to be in my best of the year. So I take my hat off to you, Shang-Chi. You freaking made it. Welcome to the circus, buddy. You're in the MCU, and you're gonna be you and your sister and freaking Aquafina are gonna be we're gonna they erase my memory of Yelena altogether. She'll be forgotten after Hawkeye, I guarantee you. So thanks for watching, guys. My spoiler-free review of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Excuse me, Scusi. Uh, it was great, and it's in my top 10 of the year. Are you surprised? No, you shouldn't be. I love Asian culture. It fascinates me, and this is why, because it's so badass. Thanks for watching, and take care. Later.